Hello.
Hello. Welcome to Elvis Fans Matter.
Hello.
Once again, we're on the silly spree.
We're on we're always on. You know.
Yeah.
Whatever. Hey, Dandy. Hey, we're going to tell about or talk about. Talk about.
Speak of.
Yeah, speak of whatever. One morning, and Lisa, when she was at Graceland, she always did this, because we would be out at the movies or something late, and we slept late, but she got up earlier than we did, and she would come out on her golf cart and circle our trailer, yelling and hollering and calling, names, and you had to know Lisa.
Yeah.
She was a character.
She was.
And this one morning she came out, and I came to the door, and I said, "What in the world are you doing?" And she said, "I'm trying to wake you up." And I said, "Well, you did wake me up." She said, "Well, guess what?" And I said, "What?" And she said, "My daddy's going to buy me a puppy." And I said, "Oh, that's great." I said, "What kind of puppy?" She said, "Well, all I know is it's going to be a little one." And she started dying laughing, and she took off back out to the house. And in about 15 minutes or so, we got a phone call, and it was Elvis. And I answered, and I said, "Hello," and he said, "Are you awake?" And I said, "Well, yeah, I am now." And he said, "Well, where's that marble-eyed little son of a bitch?" That's what he would call Billy. And I said, he's over here trying to get awake. He said, "Well, it's probably going to..." I said, "No, he's trying to get his eyes open." He said, "Well..."
That's going to be a while.
He said, "Hell, that'll take him all day, as big as his eyes are." It'll take him a while. So he said, give him the phone." So I did. I handed Billy the phone. And he told you about 15 minutes he wanted us out there.
Yeah, we're going to go for a ride in about 15 minutes.
I got big things. We got big things to do today.
Yeah. 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, either you're ready or, bye-bye.
He said either be out here in 15 minutes or it's the bulldozer. So we remembered the bulldozer. So we thought, well, 15 minutes will be plenty enough time for us. So we got ready and we went out there. And he said, "Okay, I got a lot of things that I want to do today." And he said, "I want you to go with Linda and me." And Billy said, "Well, sure, anytime." He said, I want to go to the karate school, and I have to go to the dentist. And he said, "I have a little shopping that I want us to do." And Lisa said, don't forget about my puppy." And he said, "Lisa, I won't forget about your puppy. Daddy knows you want a puppy." So we got ready. We all went out, and Lisa said, but why can't I go?" And he said, "Well," he said, "I've got a lot of stuff to do." And she said, "Well, I do too." And he said, "Smarty," that's what he'd call her. He'd say, you smarty. He said, "I guess you can go." So they all, Linda and Elvis and Lisa, got in the front seat, and we got in the back seat. So we headed out, and we went to the dentist, and he insisted on everybody watching what the dentist did to his tooth without any Novocaine.
Yeah.
That's just, you had to know how he just, do you think you could have stood this, Billy? Billy said, "Oh, hell no, I couldn't have. I know I couldn't have." So we did that. We left there. We went to a furniture store. I think there's a video out of us coming out of the furniture store. Lisa was with us, and she kept saying, well, what about my puppy? When am I going to get my puppy? And Elvis said, "Lisa, you're going to get your puppy, but first, we're going to do what Daddy wants to do first." And he kind of looked over at Linda, and Linda, gave him a look like, that, and he kind of, well, I'm going to do, I've got a lot of things I got to do first. So Lisa said, "Okay, well,
we're going to do what Daddy
wants to do first." So
and
we went on.
"But Daddy, I want my puppy." And remember what he said? "Lisa, don't keep on."
Yeah, he said,
like to shoot you.
Yeah, he said, "Don't keep on now, Lisa." He said, "Don't make Daddy shoot you." That's That's just the way Elvis
That was one of his favorite lines. Don't
yeah,
make me shoot you.
Don't make me shoot you now. If he tried to get you to do something, you were going, no. Don't make me shoot you. But anyway, she kept on about that. So he said, well, we're going to the karate school. She said, but what about my... And he said, don't even say it. We're going to get the damn dog, okay? But first, we're going to do what Daddy wants to do. So, of course we did what Daddy wanted to do. So we went to the karate school.
Right or wrong.
Yeah, right or
He's
wrong.
the boss.
Yep. So we went on to it was the Tennessee Karate school, and we went there for a little while, and it started to get late. And he said, well, there's no way we're going to make it. No, Linda told him, she said, we're not going to make it to the pet store before they close. And Elvis said, well, would you call ahead and ask them if they'll hold it open for me until we get there? And she said, okay, I will. And so she came. She said, they said they'd be glad to. And Billy said, of course they will.
Yeah.
So we left, and we were in the Stutz, and we started, I don't know if we were in the Stutz or we were in the Stutz.
We were in the Stutz,
I'm getting two stories confused because we were in the Cadillac. We were in another car as a furniture store, and we were in the Stutz. So that had to be two different times that we did. We probably went shopping for something else, but we were in the Stutz at the pet store, and we drove up to the back door, and we all got out and went in, and I can just see Elvis. He was probably the funniest person I have ever known in my life, besides your mother. And he said, just look at them all. He said, look at all these dogs in here. He'd go, yeah, there's old Elvis, yeah. Pick me, look at me. And he said they were posing, and he started looking at them. He said, I can just see that one right there, reared back up there, living the life of Riley, all laid back in one of my chairs. And he started saying, who's that dog right there remind you of? I'm not going to say who all. He'd go, that one looks like so-and-so, and there's another one looks like, yeah.
He said,
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
He said, you know what they say that pets look like their owners? He said, it's true.
He did. They were saying, oh, Elvis, pick me. And we wound up, actually, I saw this one.
What he doing? Pick me.
Yeah, pick me. He said, there was this one little chow, and I kept looking at it, and he said, Jody, you like that dog? And I said, yeah, I do. I said, that's the cutest thing. And he said, well, it's yours. And Billy said, oh, ho, wait a minute. He said, we don't need a dog. He said, well, Joe likes it, and she wants the dog. And Billy said, we don't want a dog. And Elvis said, Billy, you're fired. And Billy said, I would love to have a dog more than anything in this world. So he said, okay, get it out, and that's yours. So it was Get Low, and I put him down on the floor, and he started following Elvis around. And Elvis got to looking at him, and he asked the pet store owner, he said, do you have another dog like that? And he said, I don't. I could order one. He said, no. He said, I want one right now. And because he never liked to wait for anything. No. And he looked, and he said, Joe, he said, would you consider picking another dog, and I'll order you one of these? And Billy said, no, don't order another one. But he bought me a Great Dane, and I gave up Get Low to him, and he bought me a Great Dane and ordered me a chow. Well, he wound up buying everybody a dog. He bought Lisa a dog, he bought Laura a dog, he bought me a dog, he bought himself one. He
even bought Get Low a dog.
Yeah. He bought Barbara Klein a dog, he bought Jill Davis a dog. Everybody that he could think one of those dogs. And the ones he didn't get, when we got home, he told them, now look, I want you to go back up to the pet store and pick out a dog for all the girlfriends or whatever. So we just about cleaned. We came home in that car with dogs clawing and barking and scratching, howling. But everybody had a dog.
Thank goodness none of them had to relieve themselves.
Yeah, we had no accidents on the way home. But
I bet those
pet store
owners were happy.
Yeah. But that was just another day in the life of
Elvis.
Life of Elvis.
Yeah.
But that was a great story, and I think about it a lot now, and I can just see all that crazy stuff that we did, and all those dogs with their tongues hung out and lapping and barking and howling.
He loved dogs.
He loved
Always
dogs.
had dogs. God, I remember first we moved to Grayson and all, and he bought 3 little Scotties, and he had a German Shepherd. And golly, from there on, he always had a dog. You know. Well, there was a time then that he didn't have a dog, but most of the time he had dogs.
Remember those 3
Oh,
sheepdog
wow.
he bought at the same time?
Yeah.
Whoosh, Oslo,
Oslo.
and I can't think of the other one's name.
No, I can't either. Probably.
Well, somebody asked, did they have actual guard dogs at Graceland? They weren't really guard
No.
dogs, though.
No,
but
there
were
were
just-
some of the girlfriends. No, they weren't actually. They were.
Oh,
That was mean.
It
That was
was,
mean.
it
No,
was mean.
he didn't actually have actual dogs.
the term "who let the dogs out."
Yeah, who
rings,
let the
but-
dogs out? But
that's
anyway,
that's what they said when we got out of the Stutz.
yeah,
Yeah.
the guy who let the dogs out. But
So how many dogs were in there with y'all?
oh my
I
God,
don't know.
everybody that was in the let's see, Lisa picked one for Laura, and they carried, or Laura may have picked, she got a little Boston Terrier. Lisa got a little poodle. There was five or six dogs, and they were all in the back seat with us except Lisa's, clawing and scratching and barking and panting and everything. But anyway, thought y'all might like to hear that again, and with
Yeah.
that we always say
Elvis fans matter.
matter.
Good story.